Hi everyone. So I'm joining you today with my big plastic baby that helps me teach mum and baby yoga to talk about mother's thumb, or also known as the quervain tendonitis. And it is inflammation and pain around the thumb joint. And it's a form of repetitive strain injury that can be really common postnatally. And it comes about often from that daily act of picking up our baby and holding our baby. Now, this topic has come up a lot in mum and baby yoga this week, and there are some simple things that you can do to reduce the chance of it happening, or if you notice you're getting that pain in that thumb joint area, some little simple tips that you can do today to reduce the chance of it getting to the point where it's so painful. I ended up at this point first time round that it really hurts to move your thumb, it really hurts to pick up your baby, and everyday tasks are challenging. See, the thing is, postnatally, we are all consumed by our baby, and often mothers just put their baby's knees way before their knees, and we tolerate and put up with niggles and a little bit of pain and suffering in the body. And sometimes ignoring that can lead to further, more serious pain and suffering that makes it really hard to parent our child. The challenge with the quervain tendonitis is it's a form of repetitive strain injury. And when we have repetitive strain injury, the best thing is to rest. But we can't not pick up our baby. So it's a real challenge. And I totally sympathize with anyone suffering from it, because I had it really badly first time round. And I definitely fell into that trap of noticing some pain around my thumb joint, ignoring it, hoping it would go away, in the depths of sleep deprivation, particularly first time round, just wanted to meet the needs of my baby, full stop. And it got to the point where it was so painful that I was having to wear wrist supports to just get through everyday life. So let's get plastic baby to help me out here. So my the quervain tendonitis mother thumb, I think probably primarily came around from the fact that I struggled to breastfeed. Oh look, plastic babies do what real babies do with their hair. I struggled to breastfeed first time round. So I had a lot of anxiety around latching my child onto my breast when they were quite young. So I often came in quite tense, notice the shoulder. We also get a lot of neck and shoulder tension postnatally. And I would manage to get my child onto my breast. Everything was going fine, but I was too scared to move. And if you have a look here, if I take my hand off, that's locked in quite a tense position. And babies feed for sometimes up to an hour, hour and a half on and off as they're dozing, because once they're asleep, I didn't want to move. And it's just getting into that habit of noticing when you're holding your hand like this, and then relaxing the hands, relaxing the thumb. It's the same when we pick our baby up. Often we're picking and holding our baby up in this position. I show you from behind here. And again, it's that strain onto that thumb joint. And we've got to holding our baby up and we stay stuck here. Whereas you can still offer baby the same support, but with this relaxed thumb, relaxed finger. So what I do in my mum and baby yoga is come up with something silly, because when we come up with something silly, we're able to remember, even if we're really sleep deprived, the advice that Amy's given us. So I say, like, just imagine you've stuck your thumb and index finger together and you're with super glue. And you're not overly worried about it. It's okay. And we're just reminding ourselves to relax the thumb and relax the finger joint. So here I am holding a baby that's able to sit up, not like this, but just relaxing the thumb and index finger. Obviously, there are times where we do need to have the hand like this, maybe to hold our baby, to latch baby onto breastfeeding. But once baby's there, or once baby's fallen asleep, your forearm bones are super strong and can take the weight of your baby. So release the hands Weird accident with super glue, thumb and index finger stuck together, and relax. Use the weight of the forearm bones to support your baby. Relax the hands, relax the thumb, and what will happen is probably the neck and shoulders will relax as well. So it's just this minute paying attention to how. See here, I'm not paying attention. So I've got a sleeping baby. I don't want to move. They've been screaming for the last hour. They've gone to sleep. But I could stay like this. And this more than likely will give me a pain in the neck and my shoulders and pain in my thumb joint. Relaxing thumb to finger. Weird accident with super glue, which you're okay with. And notice how the shoulder relaxes as well. And then there is a little trick, particularly this is for a baby that's got head control now. So we're talking pre-12 weeks of this scoop and lift. So a great way to pick up your baby, because we do spend a lot of time on the floor with our baby and picking our baby up. And often we're not paying attention to our body in that act of manual lifting. So Plastic Baby is going to help me demonstrate the scoop and the lift, which I'm using my forearm bones to do, which you'll be doing with a baby who's got good head control. So we're thinking 12 weeks plus. So weird accident with super glue, which I'm cool with, index finger and thumb stuck together. And then it's like you're using your hands like relaxed cups. And I'm just rolling my baby onto the forearms into this scoop and lift. I'm going to show you again. So you scoop and lift. And do you see how this arm comes through to support the weight of baby? This arm's come through to support the weight of baby, but my wrist and thumb joints are relaxed. Now, in the ideal world, you don't just do the scoop and lift one way round, you scoop and lift both sides. So you're not always holding baby the same way as well. But in both cases, notice how my wrist and thumb joint are relaxed. So that's going to work if you've got a baby who's got the head control. Our newborn babies, so our babies that haven't quite got the head control yet, we've still got these relaxed wrists, relaxed hands. Weird accident with super glue with the index finger and thumb are stuck together. We're not worried about it. And I'm bringing my relaxed hand to my baby's head, relaxed hand to baby's pelvis. Notice how I've also come forward to come closer to baby, so that's going to help my back. And I bring baby into this cuddle hold. And even though I'm using my hands and my wrists to support my baby, everything's still relaxed. It's not this, you know, which I totally understand when we're tired and we're feeling a bit overwhelmed, and maybe baby's been crying for a while, baby's a bit colicky, and you're feeling quite stressed. That will manifest itself into tension, both here and here. But just that minute moment of paying attention and just breathing and relaxing the thumb and index finger towards each other, relaxing the shoulders. And this will pay dividends in reducing the chance of getting that mother's funded quervain tendonitis, or if you're beginning to feel pain in this area, to prevent it from getting worse. Using those forearm bones, relaxed hands to support the weight of your baby. Now, sometimes it just happens, you know, sometimes we have a predisposition to it happening, and sometimes we're unlucky. If you're really suffering, you don't have to keep putting up with the suffering, you know, go to your doctor. You can be referred to physio. You can be given straps and sports tape to support the hand and the wrist joint so you can continue to care for your baby, but also help you manage the repetitive strain injury so it has a chance to heal. So, things to remember. I'm going to use my forearm bones because they're strong. I'm going to have a weird accident with super glue when my index finger and thumb are stuck together, but I'm cool with it. So everything's relaxed. And I'm going to pay attention, even if it's not all the time, because sometimes you can't because you're just too sleep deprived and stressed. But pay a little more attention to my body, notice pain, notice suffering, and not feel like I've got to put up with it. that I can take care for myself, as well as taking care for my baby. Because mothers, you are absolutely worth it. You are continuing the human race. And without you, there isn't any more of us. So you absolutely are worth taking care of yourself as well as your baby.